Welcome to a demo of FbCadCam. Today is Tuesday, October the 12th, 2021. My name is Owen. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, on the left-hand side of the application, you have different things that you can draw. For example, you can draw entities such as lines, circles, arcs, ellipses, elliptical arcs, splines. You can draw shapes, equilateral triangles, right triangles, all the way down to octagons. Over here you have some snap tools, snap to the endpoints of lines and so forth. And you can draw lines in ortho mode, which means drawing lines left and right, up and down. And you can draw lines at angles and so forth. And you can move, copy, and rotate things. And you can zoom in and out, pan, set views, delete views, and so forth. And you can even add dimensions to your drawings. And you can do things like chamfer. So you can scale pieces of your drawing up and down, and you can create blocks such as a chair. You want to draw a table of chairs. Well, you just draw one chair and create it as a block, and you can situate the chairs around the table. And then if you ever wanted to change something about those chairs, identical chairs that you situated on your table, you can edit the block of the chair and it'll change all of the chairs around the table. And you can turn the grid on and off. And you can also create G-codes so that you can convert your drawing into code that a CNC machine uses to cut out the shape. And here's some miscellaneous functions. Move the point of an end of a line. Trim is a pretty neat feature. I'll show you that here in the near future. And then you can draw lines that are parallel to each other. Single lines, dual parallel lines. And you can draw text, or you can add text to your drawing. Okay, so let's get right to it. Up here we have drawn entities. So you want to draw a line. You first left click once to start the line, right click second time to end the line, and by default it'll continue drawing lines, and you just continue left clicking until you're done drawing. Then you can right click your mouse or press escape on your keyboard. Drawing circles. First define the center of the circle, move the mouse, and then left click one more time and it sets the size of the circle. Arcs, same thing like with the circle. Start the center of the arc, define the diameter of the arc, and now left click to start the arc start, and left click again to end the arc. Ellipses can be drawn straight across like so. Let's see if I can make it straight. Okay, that defines the width of the ellipse, and now you move it up and down and it defines the height of the ellipse. Now ellipses don't have to be drawn so that they're perfectly horizontal like this. You can draw an ellipse at an angle. So here's the width of the ellipse initially, and now here's the height of the ellipse, and see how it's at an angle. And elliptical arcs, same way as an ellipse. Define the width of the ellipse, the height of the ellipse, and now start the arc start of the ellipse and the arc end of the ellipse. And splines. Splines are just like drawing lines. In fact, lines are drawn in order to help you see where you have the set points of the spline. And you just keep on clicking around like so. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, and then when you're done drawing your spline, you right click or press escape on the keyboard, and then it completes the spline. And splines are really just a series of elliptical arcs joined together. Alright, so that is it for the draw entity sections. Now the draw shape section. Zoom out here. Okay, you can draw equilateral triangle so that all sides of the triangle are the same size. And of course you can draw this at an angle, or you can draw it straight across. And a right triangle, similar to the equilateral triangle. Now you adjust the height. And it can, okay, that's it. Yeah, let's say I wanted to make that go down. So I have to go like that, see? I see how that works. Okay. And a square. And a rectangle. Rectangle, first you define the rectangle width and then height. And that's basing the height based off of the distance from the right side of it. Okay, so there's the height of the rectangle. A rhombus. And a parallelogram. And then pentagons. And the pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, octagons are all the same. Same way. Okay. Alright, so that's it for my shapes that I have available. Let me get rid of all of these things here. Turn that off. Select all of these things, delete them. Okay, let's talk about the snap tools here. Snap into endpoints, midpoint, perpendicular, tangent, arc center, intersection, nearest point, and arc intercept. So the first one is snapping to an endpoint. When I'm drawing a line, here's a line. Now I want to draw another line, and I want it to snap to the left side of that first line. So if I move the mouse, because the endpoint is turned on, it's going to calculate or figure out where to finish drawing this line, at the left point, or the left side of the first line, or the right side of the first line. And that's what this is doing. This is detecting where those endpoints are of that first line. So if I wanted to snap to the left side, I just left click, and it continues drawing another line. To stop drawing lines, just right click. Now let's say I wanted to make a line go from here up to here, so just go like that. So that's the end point. And the midpoint, if I wanted to draw a line that snaps to the midpoint of this line right here, it calculates the midpoint of that line, or if I wanted to draw it to the midpoint of that one, or that one. Pretty simple, straightforward. Perpendicular. If I want to draw a line that's perpendicular, let's say I want to draw a line from right here that's perpendicular to this line. That calculates the perpendicular point of this line as it starts right here going to this line right here. Or if I wanted to go perpendicular to this line, it's not even on it, but it would be perpendicular to that line. Or if I wanted to draw perpendicular to this line, it would be down there. So that's what perpendicular does. And tangent point. Well, tangent is going to be tangent to a circle. So let me draw a circle. And now let me draw a line so that it's tangent to the circle. Tangent to the circle is either going to be on the right side or the left side. I want to draw from this line over here to the right side of that, make it kind of like an ice cream cone. There you go. And arc center. Alright, sometimes when you have an arc, I want to draw a line, and I want it to snap to the arc center. Well, there's the arc center. Now if I wanted to draw a line to the end point, from this point right here to the end point of that arc, there's one, and here's another end point of the arc. Alright, and intersection. Alright, let me draw a line, go right through all of this stuff right here. If I wanted to draw a line to the intersection of those two lines, it calculates that point right there. How about the intersection of that line with the circle, or the intersection with that arc? Alright, and nearest point, I want to draw a line. So you draw a line from there to the nearest point on this line, calculates the nearest point on that line. Or how about if I want to draw a line to the nearest point on this circle right here, it calculates the nearest point on that circle, closest to where I put the mouse. And arc intercept. Arc intercept is something I'll save for later. Alright. Ortho angle, ortho mode. If I'm drawing a line, up here I have line set right here. If I'm drawing a line with the ortho mode on, it either draws it horizontally or it draws it vertically. Let's see if I can demonstrate that with an ellipse. When I'm drawing an ellipse, now my ellipse is going to be perfectly horizontal. Well, it's supposed to be. It doesn't look to be horizontal to me. It looks to be rotated at an angle. I don't know why. I guess that's a bug. Yeah, sure is. Well, there's a bug in my... Is it because that snap is on? Yeah, it might have had something to do with the snap being on. Alright. And there's other... If you want to draw a line at an angle, use angle. Let's see here. Use angle. Let's say I want to draw lines at 15 degrees. Let me turn the ortho mode off. So as I draw a line, draw a line using angle that I just typed in there, 15 degrees, it draws a line at 15 degrees. And you have angle presets, so here I can, let's see, let me set these presets. So we'll say 5, 10, 15, 30, 45. So now when I'm drawing lines, I'll be drawing it at 5 degrees. 45 degrees. What was it? That was 30, right? One more right here. This should be 45. So those are kind of handy to have. Alright, move, copy, rotate, flip. So it's pretty easy to move stuff. Well, first you have to select it. Let me take these things off. Turn off the draw on line mode. So first, if I want to move something, I have to select it first. In order to be able to select something, you're going to have everything turned off. Otherwise, if line was turned on and you try to select it, you're drawing a line, so turn the line off. Now everything is off, and you can now select things. Okay, and I want those things to be moved. So I come down here and I click, turn the move on, and then I just say move from this point over to here. Okay. Let me stop the video and then I'll continue another one. Thank you for watching.